First of all, happy Friday. Happy Friday on this Friday afternoon. You already know it's your boy Manny.
It's your boy Sean.
It's What's the Word Pod? You already know podcast show. Today we got a good show for you today. A little
Mhm.
bit, little topics to get on, things that we got to discuss. So, like always, we gotta give it to you. So, what's going on the word? What's on the topics for today, bro?
Well, let's talk about basketball. Let's talk about the playoffs. I mean, we got two games today. Pistons versus the ah, can't
Minnesota
think.
Timberwolves.
Pistons, Timberwolves. But who Pistons going against I can't think of the team right now.
The Cavs.
The Cavs. Pistons going against the Cavs. What you think the outcome gonna be?
Um, well, what's kind of interesting is that both games is like a double hitter today. Um, they both, uh, I think, I think with the Cavs game is I think games. This is game six for them, I believe, right now.
Yeah.
Same thing with Minnesota. Um, um, I don't know. I do expect in that game specifically, I do expect Detroit to come back tonight and win it. Even though it's going to be hard because they had an opportunity last time to be 3-2 in their building, and the Cavs kind of snatched that game away from them. A lot of people say that that game was kind of cheating, but regardless, they grabbed that W. I don't know. I think if you're Detroit, you got to find a way to win this game. I know it's hard. Um, you on the road, about to play in an environment with the Cavaliers. So I already know the atmosphere is gonna be crazy because uh, the Cavaliers expect to close it out tonight. Um, so as a result, I think uh, Detroit needs this game a lot more so they can have a little bit more edge heading into Game Seven. And on top of all that, it's going to be on their building. Um, but what I do expect though that Detroit is going to somehow come out and win this game, and it might be a Game Seven. Now, as far as the Minnesota Timberwolves is concerned, um, they home, in their home building. In Minnesota, Anthony Edwards, he got taken to another level. Not even just him. The whole entire team needs to improve, needs to step up because you're facing elimination right now. You're down 3-2. Um, Wembanyama is looking forward to end it in your building. And so as a result of that, you have to step up to the plate. So I believe um, that Detroit and Minnesota is going to step to the plate. And I expect this both of those series to be games to go to Game Seven.
Yeah, I kind of agree. When it comes to the Pistons, I think the Pistons are in a situation where they have to win. I mean, they're down 3-2. Um, I think you're gonna see Cade step up. You're gonna see Tobias step up. You're gonna see a lot of people step up. I mean, for the Cavs, you've been seeing James Harden step up recently.
Mhm.
So I feel like Pistons need to have that guy that steps up for this team so that they can make it to the Game Seven. But I do think that they're gonna make it to Game Seven. I mean, they're the number one team for a reason. As far as the Wolves and the Spurs,
Yeah,
you got whatchamacallit? You got Wemby. Wemby
yeah,
been balling, but I do think that Anthony Edwards is going to take that step and take over this game. I can see Ant putting up more than putting 35 plus. I can see a 35 plus game from Ant. And I like the Timberwolves chances. So I do think both of these series is going to end up going to game seven. And it's going to be very close. It's going to be a very close games. I mean, just last game, one of these games went to overtime, if I'm not mistaken. So
That was the last game against
Pistons, right?
Detroit. Yeah, they
Yeah.
beat them.
So yeah, it's gonna be a close game for sure. So it's all about who wants it more. Who who wants to get that win? Who wants to make it to the next round? Or who's ready for the season not to be over? So
And I'm gonna add this point too about Minnesota too, and I feel like that this game specifically, because I already know Ant gonna come out and do the same. The number one key guy I'm looking for tonight and what to expect tonight is Jay McDaniels. He
mhm.
has been not um, relevant in this series, and you talking about a guy that's supposed to be a part of Ant um, right hand guy. I need to see more out of McDaniels tonight, especially tonight. Um, Not only tonight, but also if they, able to, win tonight. Also, game seven. I mean, game seven as well. So McDaniels, he got to step to the plate. So that's why I'm also looking forward to is McDaniels to really make an impact in tonight's game as well. So yeah, that was exciting.
Yeah, I feel like I was saying, you have to have that one person who steps up. McDaniels is definitely that one person that can step up. Either McDaniels or Nas Reed is another person that could be that guy that steps up. I feel
Yeah.
like Nas can tap into as they say, get into his bag. He can get into his bag, and he got a lot of things in his bag, a lot of tricks in his bag on the offensive game that he can tap into.
Hmm. No doubt about it. Now, we talked uh about what do we expect in these playoffs games. So now, which player do you think needs to move on to the finals the most in this playoff run right now? Is it James Harden or Jalen Brunson?
I mean, I think it's clear as day, James Harden. Not even just between them two. I think, but between anybody that's in the playoffs that's still in the playoffs right now, James Harden is the guy that has the most pressure to make it to the finals. I mean, when you think about James Harden, you think James James Harden. You hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. You think about James Harden in the postseason, how he can never get it done. He can never get over that hump.
Right.
Right now we're seeing a James Harden that we haven't seen before. He's actually showing up. He's actually, and not just showing up, because I feel like we have seen him show up. We see him show up with the Sixers. We see him show up with Houston, but he's showing up and he's winning. That's what we haven't seen. We haven't seen him actually win. So now that
Right.
he's winning, he's in a situation where it seems possible for him to get to the next round. Now it's time for him to really keep going and get over that hump. And it is going to be hard, because that's if they do win this round, they're going against a Knicks team that can shoot the lights out.
Yeah.
So it's not going to be easy. So me personally, if they can beat the Knicks, I would be surprised. It's kind of how you felt about the Sixers coming back against the Celtics.
Mhm.
That's how I would feel if somehow that Cavs team can beat the Knicks, because I don't see how it can happen.
Mhm.
But to answer the question, to answer the question, James Harden has to do it the most. He's in more need of getting to the finals.
Mhm. Yeah, I agree with you. I agree with you on that as well. Um, James Harden. I mean, he's been showing time and time again. This is his like 14th season in the league, 14th year in the year, the season of the year in the NFL and the NBA, and he's been showing time and time again that he's choked in one of the biggest moments. He's one of the greatest players of all time. You know what I mean? Like scoring wise and stuff like that. But every time you see him and you need him in the playoffs, he comes short, or you don't want to shoot the ball, or he just doesn't show up completely.
Hmm.
Um, I love what I'm seeing right now with James Harden. Last game, he dropped 30 points to help them get an overtime win against Detroit. Um, he's really stepping up to the plate right now. but we got to see consistency with James. Um, I think he's at a point in his career right now where he's in a state that he has to win. I mean, he has a squad right now, the Cavs, that are, quite frankly, what I believe they are um, uh, championship contenders. I believe they have the team for that. All James Harden have to do is continue doing what he's doing and not let Donovan Mitchell be the vocal point because he can't do it all by himself. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So he needs to step up. Um, um, but I don't know. I feel like Brunson. Uh, this may be the year for him. This may be the year for him. You look at what's going on with the New York Knicks. They been on fire. They've been on fire, and with the shooting and them passing to these teams, and not how they beating them. They are literally destroying these teams. You know what I'm saying? They're not beating, they're destroying them. And Brunson is playing one of the great basketball right now in this playoffs. Um, he's been with the Knicks for about since 2022, always till now. Was about was this 4 years going on five or something like that. So um, I ain't gonna lie. I mean, you're right. Have the most pressure to go to the finals is James Harden, but I do think the second is Brunson because we all look at the Knicks as just like a joke franchise, a team that just always curse, that can never get over that hump. And when Jalen Brunson came over, they thought um, um, that he was the answer to get them over the hump or possibly get them a championship. I feel like that this right here is is the next opportunity to do um, to go to the finals this year. And so I don't know. I do feel like James Harden definitely has the most pressure, but also think that Brunson too as well because who knows that he might have another opportunity at this to
Um,
go to the finals,
see
and
now,
especially going toe to toe with the Thunder and possibly win.
I was gonna say, as you know, it's a normal thing I like to do, bro. I kind of disagree with you, bro. Disagree. I disagree. I agree with everything you said, but I don't think that Jalen Brunson is the second guy, most person in the playoffs still with the pressure. I would put Jalen Brunson as number three.
Who's the second?
Number two, I would say Shea. I feel like the Thunder is a team that everyone feels like is gonna win the finals. Nobody thinks that the Thunder is a team that can be beat. So I feel like it's more pressure on Shea than Jalen Brunson. Like you said, we look at the Knicks as a cursed organization. So even if they was to make it to the finals, I don't think anybody's gonna be like, "Oh, the Knicks is going to win the finals." We still people still gonna have their doubts about the Knicks unless they win and prove everybody wrong.
That's
I
what
feel
I'm
like
saying.
The Thunder have already shown us last year, and I feel like the Thunders have also shown us that they're basically in the making of being a dynasty. I look at the Thunder as the same way I look at Golden State when they had their run. This is the Thunder's time right now. The Thunder is a young team. They're not old. They're a young team and they have been like you've been talking about the Knicks destroying teams. The Thunder have been destroying teams. You see how much rest they've been getting between they next the next rounds, going against the next opponents.
Mhm.
So I feel like it would be more pressure on Shea to get that win because if Shea lose to the Knicks with that team, that young team, that team that shouldn't be losing to anyone, then I would be like, wow. Like I would kind of look at the Thunder differently rather than if if Brunson was to make it to the finals and lose to the Thunder, I wouldn't look at Brunson no differently. I would actually give Brunson props for making it to the finals. But I would if Shea was to lose to the Knicks in the finals, I would take away from Shea. So that's why I would say that Shea has more pressure than Brunson, in my opinion. But I do think Brunson do have pressure. The same reasons you said for Brunson. I do think Brunson has that pressure as well. But I would just say he would be third for me.
Um, I mean, I don't know, bro. I don't agree with you on that one. I mean, I understand what you mean by it. I mean, I think Shea Alexander is, I think he's third that need to be pressured. You look at this. If OKC goes down, we already know that they're not going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? So it's like we already know that OKC is here to stay. They're gonna eventually create, gonna be running the West for
Not
years to
not if they
come.
lose. No,
I believe it
no,
because
not
they got picks,
don't
and
that don't matter,
the
brother.
their class,
If they
they'll
lose,
be all right.
if they lose, then they're not the team that they should be. They should be a dynasty right now. There's no reason why the Thunder should lose to anyone.
I don't know about that because because when you look at because you said about Jalen Brunson, you feel that they that if he goes to the finals, you will give him major props. Well, I mean, I will give him props, but we're gonna be like, that's why you here. You here to go to take this next team over the hump. That's why they pay you like a superstar. That's why you're the face of the franchise. You're to help them get to a championship and win it. And so it's like that's why I feel like that because the Knicks for so long has been the worst team ever, one of the worst team ever in franchise. And they finally got into a place where they can possibly win the NBA Finals. And they got a guy in Jalen Brunson that they believe in. You know what I'm saying? And they believe that he can take them to the promised land. You know what I'm saying? And so you know.
But why you saying the Knicks have been the worst, bro? The Knicks been in the playoffs every year.
No, I'm talking about history wise. I'm talking about history wise. The Knicks have been
History
terrible.
wise too, though, bro. The Knicks is not a horrible organization when it comes to in the history books.
All right, you go look at Carmelo Anthony. Carmelo was the face of the Knicks. He never once went to the NBA Finals with the Knicks.
I know, but they wasn't a horrible organization though, bro. They still was a good organization.
But I mean, all right, cool. But my point is that they had a squad back then in Carmelo Anthony, and they could have went to the finals, but they didn't. You know what I'm saying? And they got another opportunity in Jalen Brunson, who they believe is a superstar that can take them over the hump and did something that Carmelo didn't do. I feel like that the New York fate is in the hands of Jalen Brunson. You know what I mean?
I don't agree with that.
I think Alexander got plenty more years to get his championships and all that. Because as a right, as a right now, the only team in the West that you feel like they're going to be competitive with is nine times the Spurs or what you call Minnesota. You know what I
I,
mean?
but you could say the same thing about the East though, bro. It's not that many teams in the East that's good. Hello, what's up? What's up? What's up, bro?
Hey,
It's
what's going
only
on?
the
Welcome to
only
the
team.
show.
The only team in the East that people ever say is competition is the Celtics. That's the only team that's competition in the East. The Sixers is in a state where they got to rebuild. Detroit is play good
They ain't
this
going
year.
nowhere.
They're not going nowhere, but they only play good this year. We don't know if they're gonna be good next year. So the only team that's proven in the East is the Celtics. So Celtics is the only team that's proven in the East. It's the Celtics and the Knicks. So it's not like if the Knicks was to lose right now, it's not like they're going to not have a chance to go back next year because they had the same team.
I mean, I'm not saying that they don't got a chance to go back the next year, But what I'm saying is, if you got an opportunity to win now, why not? Because at the end of the day, you don't know what's going to happen in this off season. People going to be leaving, moving left and right, trades and all that. I feel like that this off season in the NBA is going to be kind of crazy, and so um, why have that mindset? Oh, we got enough time. We got plenty of time to get this done. At the end of the day, we show it's been proven that any team can go toe to toe with the top. I mean, we see it in Atlanta Hawks. They almost eliminate them cats, and they ain't got no.
Exactly.
They ain't got. I'm just telling you. So
I'm telling you,
I'm,
exactly. I agree. But realistically,
you can't
bro,
just say that.
realistically, don't no one think that they can beat the Thunder. And realistically,
Okay, yeah, I get it.
they should
Yeah,
not beat the Thunder.
realistically,
They should not beat the
realistically,
Thunder. If
well,
they they should not. I'm going off of what we seen. They should not beat the Thunder.
I won't be surprised if they did.
They shouldn't though. It's not
I mean,
about if you should be surprised or not, because anybody can beat anybody, but they should not beat the Thunder. That's
I
just the
mean,
truth.
they shouldn't be the Thunder, but I mean, it's showing that it's a possibility. Like
Yeah,
it's
if they
like
get
the
hurt,
Thunder
yes.
is don't got the championship yet. It's not stick and stone. Anything can happen.
Okay, you want to play this optimism, huh?
It's not optimism, bro. It's not,
You gonna be you gonna be optimistic today, huh? So now you don't think the Thunder is gonna win the championship
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
because
I still pick them to go to the finals and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is that it's been shown and it's been proven this year, and especially in this playoffs, that anybody can fall. Like for real, I did not expect the Sixers to go beat the Celtics. Nobody expected that. If anything, we want to be all technical. People thought that the Celtics was going to sweep the 76ers,
bro.
but it didn't
I'm
happen.
gonna tell you. Number one, the Sixers team is not stacked. That's number one. Screw the Sixers. Screw the Sixers. The Thunder team is stacked from top to bottom. There is no holes in the Thunder. And
Same thing as this.
the one thing that the Thunder can do is play defense. The
Yeah,
Thunder can play defense and they can make shots just like the Knicks. All the Jalen Brunson the main thing that Jalen Brunson does and does well is get to the line and get them free throw shots, which is the same thing that Shea does. So Shea and Jalen Brunson do the same exact thing. They even each other out. Chet and freaking Cat, they practically do the same thing.
that's why I feel like that if they do go to the finals, it's gonna be an even series. It's gonna be an even playing field.
I wouldn't
That's
see that's
why
even is
it
where
is.
I disagree. I don't think it's even. I think it's clear that one team has been there
I mean,
and
yeah,
been
but I'm
dominant,
just saying.
and and the Thunder has been dominant the whole time. The
We
road
ain't
for
talking about.
The Knicks road has been easy. They've gone went against the easiest teams in the playoffs, which is the truth. When it comes to the playoffs this year, the Knicks have gone against the Atlanta Hawks, who it shouldn't have been that close. We said it through every episode. If you want to run it back,
I
we
mean,
said
when
it
you
shouldn't
look
be
at it, the
close.
Thunder did the same thing too.
No,
They
no.
had an easy run as well. When you really think about it,
You
bro, they swept the Lakers. The Luca was hurt, and so it was literally a four sweep every single
you're right.
time
You're
that they
right.
played. Though with a sweep,
They had an easy run and
same
yes,
thing
you're
as
right.
the Thunder.
Yeah, right.
You can't make that comparison.
No. Let me talk.
So it's all right there.
Let me talk. They did have an easy run, and they cooked everybody they played.
Right.
They the Knicks had an easy run as well, and had a
It does
close
that
battle
mean
with the
that?
Knicks. I mean, they had a close battle with the Hawks. You're on record for saying that it shouldn't be this close of a battle. You're on record. You're on record.
I,
Yes,
that's fine. I
yeah,
can be on record, but
yeah.
I'm telling you the truth.
You're on record. They went against a Hawks team that and had a close battle with them, and then they went to against a Sixers team that shouldn't have made it to the next round. They they shouldn't have made it. They went against a Sixers team
About the
that didn't
Sixers
have
too.
Joel Embiid for a game. Joel Embiid that was hurt. Hey, come on, bro. Let's be honest.
I'm just being honest.
Let's be honest.
I'm being honest.
There's no way that the Knicks was beating the Thunder.
I didn't say. Look here. I don't know.
No,
I don't
no,
know.
yeah,
All I'm
you say
telling
you don't
you,
know. You do know. You know. You could be optimistic all you want to. You know the answer. Yo, dang. You
all
know
I'm
that the Knicks is
saying,
not beating the Thunder.
all I'm saying, that's what I'm saying. I can't say that. All I'm saying is that it can happen. That's
But you
all
know,
I'm saying. It
it
can
can
happen.
happen.
It's not a guarantee that the Thunder is going to go back to back as champions. It's not a
It's
guarantee.
hell no, it's a guarantee. And you
No,
know
it's
it's a
not a
guarantee.
guarantee, bro.
You don't
It's
gotta
not a
admit it. I
guarantee,
know
bro,
you know it's a
because
guarantee. I
no,
know
it's
you know
not
it's
a
a guarantee.
guarantee, bro. You know why I know it's not a guarantee, bro? Because the way that the Knicks are playing. If they play like that, are you kidding me, bro?
Bro, if the Thunder
That's
play like the way they've been playing, there's no way in the world that the Knicks is gonna beat them.
we got to agree to disagree.
We just said it. They almost lost to the Hawks. They almost lost to
I
the
mean,
Hawks.
yeah, though. I mean, yeah, they almost lost to the Hawks, but they figure out a way to beat them. They got a great coach in Mike Brown. You know what I'm saying? That's really good in adjusting uh situations and put them in better positions and all that type of stuff. When you look at the size and all that type thing, the size versus the same thing with OKC, they kind of similar. So like, you know what I mean? So that's why I said like I'm not saying that the Thunder can't beat the Knicks, but all I'm saying is that if
No,
it
because you know they
comes
will
down
beat the
to it,
Knicks. They will beat the
whatever.
Knicks.
But when it comes down to it, the Knicks can make it competitive. That's all I'm saying to you. The Knicks can make it competitive. They can.
And and that's assuming that the Knicks can beat whoever wins the next round, wins out of the Cavs and the Pistons. Cause I can guarantee the Thunder is gonna win. Whoever wins out of the Spurs and the whoever the other team is.
You said the Knicks gonna win.
I said if they win. I said guarantee. Like my man Dame said, OKC going back to back. We all know OKC is going back to back. We all know Shea's gonna be a back to back MVP. But
We all know that they're going. 9 out of 10 they're gonna go back to the finals. But I
and
don't know if
win.
they're gonna win.
No,
Depends
they
on
gonna
them
go
two
back and
matchups.
win. They're gonna go back and win.
I can't say that, bro. I
The
can't say
Thunder is
that,
the
bro.
best team. The Thunder has been the best team in the league.
One thing this NFL, this playoff showed me, bro, that anything can happen. Literally anything can happen. Like the things that we predicted didn't didn't happen.
But
I thought the Celtics would still be in the mix. They at home. I thought
you keep bringing up the Celtics, but you
that's
gotta
a
also remember
but
that the
that's
Celtics didn't have Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum didn't play Game 7. You gotta take that into accountability.
it don't matter. I mean, but I'm just saying
It do matter.
it don't matter because they
It
was
do
the
matter.
best. They was the second best team in the East without him.
It don't
So
matter
they
though.
could have found. I'm just telling you. So
It
that
don't
I'm
matter
saying
though.
it does matter because
It
they
don't matter
couldn't
though.
find a way to win.
They started playing with Jason Tatum. Jason Tatum came back. Now that changes everything. Jason Tatum came back, so they started playing basketball with Jason Tatum. If Jason
Yeah, they
Tatum,
could have
if
been
your best
dominant.
player comes back, if your best player, you need all your players. You need all your players.
Well, based on what I saw, based on what I seen, they was doing good without Jason Tatum. Now, when Jason Tatum came back in the playoffs, they was look like they was unstoppable. That's why I said when Jason Tatum came back, I said, "Oh yeah, they're going straight down to the finals.
Exactly.
And ain't nobody's gonna stop this team."
Exactly.
And he did. I didn't. Nobody anticipated the Sixers to win that game, bro.
Oh,
Let's be
we
real.
did.
Let's speak facts.
We did.
Nobody.
We did.
That's real talk.
Yes.
Nobody.
Yes. Let's be
No.
fakes.
You a fan, so you a
No,
believer.
listen.
You know
Even
what
you
I'm but
text once you found out that Jason Tatum wasn't playing. You even said that there's no reason why the Sixers shouldn't have won. So you did
yeah,
think that
because
exactly
they
because
was
Jason
still
Tatum did
healthy.
play.
Because the
Exactly.
Sixers was healthy.
Exactly. That's exactly my point. If Jason Tatum would have played, you would have thought that the Sixers would have won. But because Jason Tatum wasn't playing, you said that you gave the Sixers an opportunity. You
I
even
did
if
give
you
him
didn't
an
believe it,
opportunity. I did give him an opportunity, but at the same time, look what the result. When the game 7 happened, they was up for a while, and then Boston came back. Remember that?
I'm telling you
They
this.
came back.
The only way the Thunder is not winning the finals is if Shea gets hurt. That's the only way they're not winning the finals. if their team is healthy like they are right now, they're winning the finals again, and they'll win
All
it
I'm,
again next year too. Told you this. They're in the. This is their dynasty.
and I'm not denying that. I'm not denying that. I'm not arguing that. I'm not debating that. I think the Thunder is not going anywhere for a long time. But I feel like that they got enough time to like they got a championship already. You know what I mean? And so they got enough time to dominate this West
No,
for years to come. That's why I feel like that Edward this is what people expect. That's the thing about it is people expect the Thunder to make it to the finals, go back to the finals and win. We expect the Cavs to beat the Sixers. That didn't happen. We expect we expect the ball. We expect what happened? We expect the Atlanta Hawks uh to get swept by the Knicks. That didn't happen. They went toe to toe. So I'm just saying, like, based on what I've seen in this playoffs, you can't say that it's a guarantee. That's all I'm saying.
yes I
It's
can.
not a guarantee, huh?
I can.
No,
I
well,
seen.
I
I seen.
can't.
I seen the Thunder do it the whole time. I
No,
seen the Thunder guarantee that they're gonna win every single series. I
uh,
haven't seen the. I haven't seen the Thunder
they
break a
haven't.
sweat yet.
That's what I'm saying to you. That's what I'm saying to you. The Thunder had yet had a competitive matchup, and I feel like that if the Knicks played the way that they've been playing for in this
The
playoffs,
Knicks haven't gone
they,
against nobody.
huh?
They haven't gone against no one. So
But
they can keep playing great against these teams that they're not going against nobody.
but I
They
mean, you
say that
can't deny.
say that when they go against
Same
the
thing with the
Cavs or the
Thunder. They
Pistons.
didn't play nobody either.
I'm saying say that when they go against the Cavs or the Pistons.
I
When one
mean,
of them
well,
teams give them the run for their money, they actually got to go against a team that's healthy. Because the Sixers was not a healthy team, and the Hawks almost beat them. So
so what you saying that the Knicks are frauds?
I'm saying that this is the next year because this is the year where people it's not they're not frauds, but they got a lucky run.
Same thing as the Thunder.
Thing no,
Yes, I can say that,
you
bro.
can't
Yes,
say the
I can
same
say
thing for
that.
the Thunder because the Thunder earned it. The Thunder earned to have
They had it
the top
easy,
spot,
bro. They had an easy run, bro.
but they
They had an
earned
easy
it.
run.
They earned it.
Who? Same thing as the Knicks. They
They
earned it
did not.
too.
Did not earn it. The Knicks is
Yes,
like
they
the third
did.
seed. They're like
Well,
the
they still
third.
earned it.
They
They
didn't
still
earn
earned
it.
it to make it to this spot.
No, no.
Yes,
The Thunder has been the
yes,
best team
bro.
in the
Yes.
league all year. The best team in the league. In the league. Not the best team in the West. The best team in the league, brother. You gotta put respect on their names, bro. You gonna find out.
I guarantee, bro. I guarantee
You gonna
you,
find out.
bro. When you put,
I hope the
bro,
Timberwolves win. I
bro,
hope
I
the
get,
Timberwolves win.
I guarantee you, bro. I guarantee you, bro. That the Lakers series, if Luka was playing, they would have not swept it.
I guarantee you they would have.
I guarantee you.
I guarantee you they would have.
Stop it.
I
Stop it,
guarantee you they
Sean.
would have.
Stop it.
I
Stop it,
mean,
bro. Come
I'm trying to tell
on.
you this Thunder team
Come
is
on,
different.
bro. Come on.
This is a dynasty. They're different.
Come on,
They
bro.
gonna win the next couple
Come
championships.
on, bro.
Guarantee
Now
it.
I'm not saying that I ain't saying that the Lakers was gonna win the series, but they was not gonna get swept.
I
If
believe
Luka
so.
was playing, they would have not got swept.
I
I
believe
know
so.
that for the back of my believe that no.
I believe they
I
would.
don't believe that. I don't believe that.
I believe they would. One man can't always change the outcome.
Eh, y'all put too much faith in this team,
You
and
put
they
too
bring
much
it
faith in
down.
Luca.
Huh?
You put too much faith in Luca.
I'm not putting too much faith in Luka. All I'm saying is that they was a complete team because they wasn't a complete team. Remember the it was only LeBron that they dominated.
I
LeBron
don't
is
care.
going there 45 years old.
I don't care
Like,
if
you know what I mean?
I don't care if it was LeBron and Magic Johnson. They was gonna get swept.
Nah,
You gonna
nah.
find out about this Thunder team. I hope your Wolves win. Cause I want you to be front row. I want you to watch every game of that Thunder series.
We want the Thunder.
Yeah, I
As a
want you to pick
fan,
the
we
Thunder.
want the Thunder.
Yeah, I want the Wolves to win now. I want y'all to win. So you can
Yeah,
see. You gonna see how
yeah,
real it is.
yeah. I want to see. Yeah,
You
I
you
want to
got
see too.
yeah,
We
you gonna see how
want
real.
Golden State see. I want my man Ant Man to be there.
Hey,
Right. To take
I
care of
want, I
business
want Ant
tonight.
Man. I want Ant Man to experience what it's like to go against a dominant,
That's fine. We
team.
want it. That's fine. We want it. We
Go
want it.
ahead, go
We
ahead,
want it. We want the Thunder. It's like y'all
go
want
ahead.
the Boston. We want KC, bro. We want them. We want them. We want them.
Yeah,
Keep the Niners. We
you.
want them,
Oh,
bro.
don't worry. Keep winning. Keep
We
winning.
want them.
Y'all get them. Y'all
Yeah.
gonna get them. Keep winning.
Don't
Y'all gonna
worry.
get
One
them.
game at a time. One game at a time, bro. One
Yeah.
game at a time. One game at a time. I want them. I've been saying that, bro, since the playoffs. We want them, bro. We want them. We want them. We want them. But I mean, I think of this this specific topic we talking about. We kind of only agree to disagree. But let us know, y'all, what y'all think about this conversation and everything like that. And we talked about a lot so far. But we're gonna move on to the next topic. Uh, I said it's basically a game for tonight's game, and the question is who needs uh in this tonight's game? Which player needs to win the most? Edwards or Donovan Mitchell?
Um, probably I probably gonna have to go Edwards. I mean, if I'm not mistaken, aren't Timberwolves is down, right?
Yeah, they down
Timberwolves
3
Timberwolves down
2.
and Cavs are up right now, right?
Oh yeah,
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 so I was like, I think just off of that, I would just have to say Ant Man. Ant Man gotta he can't go home. I mean, even if the Cavs was to lose this game, at least they still have another opportunity. Ant is in a position where he can't afford to lose. He lose, he go home.
yeah.
So I would have had a different answer if they was both like in the same. But if they was both up, I would have had a different answer. But because Ant Man is down, I gotta go Ant Man.
I mean, yeah, I mean, same thing. I mean, I feel like that. If you talking about who needs the most, gain the most, needs to win the most, or most pressure, it would be Edwards. Well, needs to win, it'd be
Mm.
Edwards. Now, if it was a question that who is got the most pressure, I'll say Mitchell. And the only reason why I would say Mitchell is because he was able to get swerve, find a way to win in Detroit, and you back at home, and you got an opportunity to seal the deal. You're the face of the franchise. Um, you're going back to Cleveland, and you got an opportunity to close it in your home turf,
Mm.
and not go to back to Detroit for Game 7, which is like it's not even a guarantee that you're going to win that Game 7. You get what
Mm.
I'm saying? Not a guarantee. So to answer that question, yeah, the win who needs to win most Edwards because obviously he's facing elimination, and knowing Edwards when his back is against the wall, that's when he shows up the best. But if you talking about the pressure, Donovan, which I believe Donovan Mitchell, he will have the most pressure because he has an opportunity to shut it down tonight at home instead of you know having given them another opportunity to win, and you have to go on the road. I think that's uh that's too much of a gamble, too much of a
See,
risk.
now I don't disagree and I don't agree because I agree with what you're saying and I'm not mad at that take. Like I I don't really know who has more pressure when you ask like that second part because to me I feel like that pressure Donovan Mitchell kind of shares that pressure with James Harden. To me, I feel like
Right? Okay.
a lot of that pressure falls on James Harden to get to that next round more than Donovan Mitchell. So for me, if Donovan Mitchell was to lose, like people is definitely gonna say things about him, but it's gonna be shared with James Harden. I feel like all that pressure is on Ant Man. Ant Man doesn't have no one he can share that pressure with. So I feel like it's more pressure on Ant Man no matter what because he's looked at as the man on that team. He's looked at as the guy that you're gonna blame no matter what. If they don't get it to, if they don't win this game, you're gonna blame Ant Man. If they do win, you're gonna blame Ant Man. For the Cavs, you're not. We've said, oh, James Harden stepped up these games for them to get these wins. I mean, even with Donovan Mitchell playing great like he has been, we've been saying James Harden has been stepping up. So if
Yeah.
they was to lose, it's gonna be like Donovan Mitchell didn't get it done, but also James Harden didn't get it done as well. So that's the only reason why I would say Ant Man either way for me. But I'm not mad at your take. Your take is a good take for sure.
The only thing that I'll say, the only reason why I feel like that Edwards is not uh pressure only because of one thing and one thing only because people don't expect the Minnesota Timberwolves to move on. You know what I'm saying? They don't
Mm,
people. You know what I mean? They're not no favorites. They don't expect Minnesota to beat the Spurs. They don't expect them to move on and beat the Thunder. You know what I mean? Or go
mm.
to the Thunder because it's just Ant Man. Because we all know that if Ant Man was not in the equation, they will not have a chance at all. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
that's the only reason why I say, in my opinion, Ant Man has more pressure because literally all Ant Man is the reason they're in the playoffs. Ant Man is the reason they make it
You're
far.
right.
You feel me?
You're right.
Ant
But
Man.
nobody's looking at nobody's looking at Minnesota like okay, um, they they can be a real threat to the Thunder. That's what I'm saying to you. They're not. I mean, that's what I'm saying. Everybody look at Minnesota. They're a great team, and they can, you know what I mean. They can make noise, and they can do the, you know, do the impossible with Ant Man. But nobody expect him to
Mm-hmm.
do that. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like people more like with Wembyama. Like people expect Wembyama to win this game. People expect the Spurs to win this game.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, hell, people expect Jokic to beat Minnesota last game. Remember,
Mm-hmm.
they didn't give him Minnesota no chance
No,
because
you're
of
right.
Jokic and Murray. So I feel like he's been he. So I feel like with Edwards, I think as the general population, they don't look at Edwards to say, oh yeah, he's uh, has the most pressure because they don't put no really expectation towards him. You get what I'm saying?
I
But
get
I
what you're
understand where you're
saying.
coming from. Yeah,
I get what you're saying. But the only thing with that is like I don't see why not though because Ant has made it to the Western Conference Finals, and he's made
yeah,
it recently. So it's not like he hasn't been there. You feel me? So I get what you're saying though. So that's why I say I'm not mad at the take you got. I can see why you would say Donovan Mitchell.
yeah. But I mean, yeah, yeah. That's why I feel though. But absolutely, I feel like Donovan Mitchell when you blend in with James Harden, they got the most pressure
Mm,
because they need to sink. It's time to sink or swim with them for real,
mm,
especially with Harden because you know what I mean. He needs to show more than ever. Like I feel like the pressure will be a lot more on Harden than Donovan. You know, if they wind up losing, I think a
mm,
lot of criticism will be on him. They're like, "Oh yeah, see, he can't win. He's a great player, but he can't win when it matters." And this, that, and the third. I think he'll be taking take a lot of the scrutiny Harden than Donovan, but it's still gonna be a blend at the same time.
mm.
But but yeah, in general, yeah, that's how I feel too, though. But I mean, yeah, we're gonna see tonight. We're gonna see
Yeah.
who's gonna come up to the plate. Um, and um, and really gonna make a statement tonight because it's
Mm,
definitely a statement tonight. Um, not only on Donovan Mitchell and James Harden, but also Anthony Edwards. You know, it's an opportunity for them to say, "Look here, you know, even though you guys are not really talking about us and we're not the favorites, you know, we're gonna show you that we got heart, we got drive, and we want to win. You know what I mean. And I feel like with Ant, he gives that team hope to he gives that type of. That's why I love Ant so much. Is that we all. I mean, we all look at Ant as one of the best players in the league. You know what I mean. But when it comes to like stacking teams and all that, like nobody like would say, oh yeah, they have a chance to beat the Thunder. You know what I mean? Nobody like for real, I mean right mind. And so with Anthony Edwards, he brings belief into that team, you know, to show them that they can do it. You know, even when the odds stacked against them. And so that's why I love Ant so much, is because he, even though when teams don't really talk about Minnesota or look at Minnesota as that team to beat or feel like it's impossible, he has that mindset and shows that team, look here, we can do it. You know what I mean? And so that's why I love Ant so much. That's one of the reasons why I love Ant so much. So, but you gotta believe, you know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
that's how I feel about it. I mean, we're gonna find out tonight. But moving on to the next topic, we was talking about NBA for a little minute. Nice
Yeah.
good minute. we nice good minute. It was good. It was good. Real good. But move on to the NFL.
Mm-hmm.
So schedule is out, brother. Schedule is out.
Yeah.
Okay. We know the teams are facing. Um, in your opinion, which team do you feel has the hardest or the easiest schedule?
I can't even really answer that question because I haven't really looked at every team's schedule. I just know that the Eagles have one of the easiest schedules.
They go.
That's all I know. I don't know who has the hardest schedule because I ain't even look at every schedule yet.
Uh,
But I think one of the hardest schedules I seen was the Cardinals. I think I seen
uh,
Cardinals had one of the hardest schedules though.
yeah. Um, yeah. The Cardinals do got a
Yeah.
really tough
So
schedule. For a team ain't really a playoff team. God,
mm.
they praying for them to have a failure year. God, that's crazy. They ain't give them a fighting chance. That's crazy. But
yeah.
yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, we're gonna dive in more into it about the schedule and all that. But I've been looking at it and stuff like that. And I think the easiest is obviously Philadelphia. I think Philadelphia got one of the easiest. They said he got the top 10 easiest. They are one of the teams that are top 10 teams that has the easiest schedule this year.
Mm.
And looking at their schedule and everything like that, one can easily argue that they can go back to the like 14-3, uh, 15-2, or
Mm.
13, and you know what I mean, 4 or something like that because of the team that they got. Well, the team that they're facing and stuff like that. It's not a hard team, so it's not a hard schedule.
Yeah.
Uh, the two teams in particular that I feel like that is the hardest, that got the hardest schedule, is the Cowboys and the New England Patriots. Uh, the Cowboys, uh, I think the Cowboys, they got a real hard schedule. But at the same time, um, we got to see what's going on with Dak. I mean, Dak had a phenomenal year last year. Um, when they add George Pickens to the equation, and
Mm.
you talking about the new changes that the Cowboys got. Um, with the defense, and them getting Christian Parker as new DC and they're there. And so and then you got Caleb Downs, a promising a promising player in this league that's supposed to be
Mm.
probably the face of that one of the faces of that defense. And so like they do got a hard schedule, with the Ravens and all that type of stuff. Um, but one thing about Dak Prescott um, is that he always show up during the season. He always shows up in the
Mm.
season. His seasons like production is like out of this world. Like it's skyrocket. Like his numbers be insane. It's just when he gets to the playoffs, he wets the bed. You know what I'm saying?
Mm.
You know what I mean? So um I don't know. I feel like that they're. I feel like that they is going to have a nice, good, solid, uh, a nice, good, solid um schedule, like a result, like schedule and all that, like record stuff like that. But the one thing that I'm kind of still kind of like kind of like skeptical is the status of George Pickens. You know what I mean? Because because during the season, you can still talk about extension and stuff like that in a player. And I got just gotta wonder that if they go and during the season talk about contract talks, how that's going to affect him and playing this season if he doesn't get what he wants. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So, or they can't
Yeah.
make a deal done during the season or training camp or something like that. You know what I'm saying? So, uh, because one thing we all know that the Cowboys is the king of drama. They're gonna bring the drama. All they want is headlines and stuff like that. So that's the only main concern I'm concerned about is the status of George Pickens. But other than that, I think if that play that he was last year, they could have a real nice schedule. They could be like 10-7, like 11-7 or something like that.
Hmm.
As far as the New England Patriots, they do got a hard schedule, a real hard schedule. Well, I think that's what Drake May needs. He had a cakewalk this the whole last year. Everybody said that he is the man and everything like that, but I can't truly say that. You know what I mean? I can't really say by the second year, him going to the Super Bowl makes him um, a real threat to the AFC. Now, he did show that he is one of the faces of the AFC. You know what I mean? He did prove that. You know what I mean? But to be a real threat, you got to go against those guys that been doing it for a long time, which is Joe Burrow, Lamar, Josh, and Patrick Mahomes. And so um, I'm looking forward to see what Drake May can do in this year schedule, and especially with teams that we feel that are Super Bowl caliber players like quarterbacks. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Him going toe to toe with them. I'm looking forward for that to see is if Drake May really the real deal.
Hmm.
You know,
Yeah.
but um, you know, but um, which team in the NFL do you feel is the most complete team heading in the season?
The most complete team heading into the season. Hmm. So hard question. Most complete. Mm, I think I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to say the Rams.
Yeah, that was my thing too.
Man, I think the Rams is the most complete team. I mean, I would have said the Eagles. The only thing with the Eagles is we don't know how the offense is gonna look without AJ, and then we don't know how the offense is gonna look in general because we got a new offensive coordinator. I feel like the Rams is one of those teams where their offense is already high powered and they didn't really lose anyone on that offense. And then on the flip side of their offense, they got a great defense.
Hmm.
And their defense is still intact. So that's why I think they're the most complete team. I don't when you look around the league, it's not a lot of teams that have a good offense and defense. I feel like a lot of teams have either one or the other. It's a couple teams where you can probably make the argument that they got a good offense and defense. But I feel like right now, based off like success, I think the Rams as that the team that has the most complete team as of right now.
I'll feel you on that. Especially with the Rams them getting Trent McDuffie. I think that was a really upgrade to their secondary as well. That's exactly what I was thinking. I think the Rams. I'm gonna throw another team out there, which I feel like they kind of like the most complete team. The 49ers. I think they.
Yeah, that was gonna be my the second team I said. The only reason I didn't have them as my most complete team is because of Purdy. That's the
Right. That
only reason why.
exactly. That's why I said
Because
second.
yeah, Purdy, and then you never know if Christian McCaffrey is gonna be healthy or not. So that's the only
Uh,
reason why I ain't have them as my number one.
but during the draft they got a running back. I guess for Christian McCaffrey, either Christian McCaffrey's successor or just help him out,
Hmm.
through, so he can, not have the heavy production. So as a result, he won't get hurt, every year in the season. But yeah, that was the only reason why I kind of went back to the 49ers was because of that and Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy still need to show me some stuff. I mean, ever since that ever since that Super Bowl loss, we don't know who Brock Purdy is. I still don't know him as like I see him I still see him as a good quarterback. You know what I mean
Hmm.
and stuff like that. But like I don't really know like like we don't really know Brock Purdy like is he able to beat those type of guys? You know what I'm saying? Uh,
Hmm.
I don't know. I feel like I'm still searching for Brock Purdy. I still don't know who he is as a quarterback. I don't know if you feel the same way, but yeah, that's the same thing with Brock Purdy. I feel like it's like um, yeah, with him, I'm still trying to find something. It's something inside them. You know what I mean? That's unique and different. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
So that's the thing about Brock Purdy. I don't know if he's the face of that franchise or should be the face of that franchise. Um, I mean, they gave him all that money, so I mean, but yeah, with Brock Purdy, I still don't know a lot about him. I gotta see more of him. I think I gotta see more of him. I gotta see who he really truly is as a quarterback for me to get an understanding of who he is and how he approached the game and how he's about. Because to me, I think he's just a good quarterback. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I need to see more out of that Brock Purdy and all that. But um, you know, to piggyback on what we were talking about, which um which conference do you think is the most competitive right now, or is going to be hard to get out? To get out.
Um, that's a super hard question, bro. Only because I mean, I think the easy and the safest answer is to just say the AFC because a lot of the top teams is in the AFC. Like you got the Ravens, Lamar Jackson, Bills with Josh Allen, Joe Burrow with Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Um, you got a Patriots team that's up and coming, but then it's like the NFC is is I feel like they've been stepping up. I mean, Eagles clearly a dominant team. I mean, Seahawks could be up there. Um, Green Bay with Michael Parsons, it could be something. The Rams is always a threat. The 49ers is a threat. So it's hard. It's hard. It's really hard to say. We said the question is most competitive. Said most competitive, right?
Most competitive or hard to get out of? Like which team do you feel like it's going to be hard to get out of that conference?
I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go easy answer. I'm just gonna say the AFC.
Okay.
AFC because you got there's a lot of top quarterbacks just in the AFC in general. That's the
yeah,
difference between the AFC and the NFC. And to my opinion, I do feel like the NFC might have better teams, but I think the AFC has the better quarterbacks. Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, jo- um, I said Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson. You got Patrick Mahomes.
yeah,
So it's so many quarterbacks in that AFC, and a lot of those QBs have good teams as well. And you
yeah.
never know who's gonna come out on top in that AFC. I feel like the NFC, you always have like those few select teams that you
You
probably
know
will
who's
come
gonna
out
come
on
out
top.
on?
AFC,
Yeah,
yeah, AFC is more of a debate
up in the
because
air. Yeah,
yeah, anybody could lose to anybody in that division or that conference. So yeah, I'm gonna go AFC.
yeah. That's how I feel too. I feel like with the AFC, especially with what the AFC has been doing this entire offseason, getting mega
Hmm.
superstars on that side, to make it more competitive. Um, and then also you have AFC teams that are really improving their offense and defense as well. Um, I feel like AFC is going to be a real battle, real
Yeah.
battle, real fight. I can't say that New England's going to get out, uh, even if they have AJ Brown. I can't say that because there's still a lot of teams that that can be competitive and that can bring that same type of intensity as that team. And so, like for real, I don't even know who's gonna come out the AFC. To be honest with you, I don't have an answer. I feel like that we'll get an answer probably like once the season progresses. You know what I mean? But
Hmm.
as of right now, things been so like changed tremendously in the AFC. You don't know who gonna win because
Hmm.
it's been that like that changing with the AFC and their conference and how it became a lot more competitive. So it's like it's hard to say a specific team. Now I can say that a team that can possibly get out of the AFC. You know what I'm saying? It's probably like I mean Joe Burrow. I mean Josh Allen got always got an opportunity to get out. That's nothing new. Um, um, Denver. Um, you know what I mean? And teams like that, and I feel like they got a possibility of getting out. But me, just picking a person that's really going to be that legit person that I know that's going to get out, I can't say that. Um, regarding with the NFL, well, NFC, it's kind of like it's kind of like um, like you said, it's not the NFC core doesn't have the, the type of quarterback room, like best quarterback room with the AFC. You know what I mean? I still believe that the
Hmm.
NFC is a lot more competitive and everything like that. Um, but we can say out the clear blue sky, like in the NFC, who possibly can get out. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like probably the 49ers, Eagles, the Rams. You know what I'm saying? Because they are that type of team that when it matters the most, they be able to figure out a way to win so they can move on. Because they've been showing it time and time again. So it's like,
Hmm.
so it's kind of like we already know like they're like the favorites to get out. You know what I mean? Versus the AFC, we don't really know. We don't have no favorite. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So yeah, I feel what you're saying though. But um, I mean, we was talking about the Dallas Cowboys and everything like that. But which which team in the NFC East do you feel needs to win the division more?
Which team has to win a division more? I think for me it would be between the Cowboys and the Commanders. I feel like the Cowboys only because you know what? I'm gonna go with Commanders. I'm gonna go Commanders because Cowboys have won the division, and you Cowboys always do good in the regular season. So them winning the division wouldn't be a surprise. Same way like it wouldn't be a surprise for the Eagles because they're two dominant teams. But I feel like right now is the time to see where Jaden Daniels is. I mean, in his rookie year, he took his team to the conference
NFC
championship.
Championship.
If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
he took his team to the conference championship as a rookie. So there's no way that you go from that to just your team not being good. And granted, he did get hurt, so but he's healthy, he's back. It's time for him to show that it wasn't a fluke season what he did. You
Right.
know, he had one of the best rookie seasons of all time. If
Yeah.
not the best rookie season of all time. So I think he has a good enough team for him to be able to get to win the division if needed, if he can put everything on his back. So to me, I'm gonna say the Commanders only because of Jaden Daniels.
Mm. Uh, which team do I feel like needs the division more? Um, I mean, I'm always gonna say the Eagles. Um, I'll say between the Eagles and the Giants. The reason why I say the Eagles first, let me go to the Eagles first. The reason why I say the Eagles first is because there's a lot of question marks headed into the season of how this offense is going to look. We already know what's going to be the defense. We already know they're going to be dominant. You know what I'm saying? It's legit. You know what I mean? We already know what the defense can bring. You know what I mean? We already know they're top defense in the top 10, top five defense in the league. So we already know what the defense is going to bring upon. It's more of the offense. How this offense going to look? How they're going to be dominant with the departure of AJ Brown, and how they're going to use the new rising superstar Makai Lemon. You got all these pieces that you add on during free agency: the Terrion Wicks, Hollywood Brown, Elijah Moore, and then you you know, and then also your number one, Devontae Smith. You know, um, what can we expect from him? Because now it's just him for real, for real. I mean, you got Makai Lemon. I mean, it's another duo, but you get what I'm saying. Like he's the man for real, for real, for real, for real. When you really think about it, and can he handle that role? Which I believe he can. But we got to see it throughout the field. And can Jalen Hurts improve better? Yeah, you know what I mean? Um, is Sean Mannion's system is going to make Jalen Hurts dominant. You know what I'm saying? So it's I'll say this it's promising offensively, which I believe that because they one thing that the offense over there got in common is that they're selfless guys. They all looking for one thing, they want to win. But we don't know how that's going to look like. So, that's why I feel like it was a lot of noise with the Eagles. Like when you talking about drama in the NFL, it was always the Eagles. It's always how they gonna respond back to that. They feel like people saying that they feel like that Jalen Hurts is not gonna get back to the quarterback. He's not a guy that he can uh that a coach can, teach him. You know what I mean? He's stubborn, this, that, and the third. He got to go out there and show it. You know what I mean? And so um, and also the reason why I picked the Giants is because the Giants, they're stacked. Even with the departure of Dexter Lawrence, they still found ways to make this team a lot better. Um, I feel like with Jackson Dart, what he has done last year without Malik Neighbors and those other pieces that they got, you add these players that they got now, and on top of the defense, you looking at them being like the one of the threats of the NFC East. You know what I mean? Like up and coming. With Cam Scatterable coming back. You know what I mean? This kind of questions with him, see if he's going to be back to that same physical dominant player. That we saw him last year. But yeah, the Giants. They got a new quarterback. I'm not a new quarterback. They got a new coach, and John Harbaugh more of an experienced coach. So like we can see a lot of things differently. But the move that they have made kind of show, I guess, the league that's like we trying to win the NFC East. You know what I mean? We're trying to be in that type of mix. You get what I'm saying? And so um, I'm looking forward what Jason Dart is willing to do and is up for the challenge. And it's kind of like really no excuse for Earl because they kind of really build a stacked team around them. So it's like that's how I feel like with him, the Giants would be a little bit more. And then also, with Cam, can he really be that guy? You know what I mean? You let go of Saquon to get him. So you know what I'm saying? So and then Malik Neighbors coming back from injury. So it's like, um, you know, I think the Giants definitely got a squad that they can, competitive and possibly can win the NFC division. Um, that's why I feel like they probably need it. You know what I mean? But I say between those two. And I was gonna
Yeah,
say Washington, but I was gonna say
I gotta
Washington, but
disagree.
I don't know about Dave Daniels though.
I gotta disagree with your take. Like I got, and the only reason I disagree because I liked all the facts you said. I like all the facts you said, but the only reason I disagree is because of the question. The question was who needs to win the division. I feel like if the question was which team needs to prove the most, then I would say the Eagles. But the Eagles don't need to win the division. So I take the Eagles out automatically. The Eagles are coming off of winning back to back division titles. So when they say need, it's not a need. It's a do we should they win or do we want them to win? Yes, but I don't think it's a need. Even with all the pieces that's going away,
I think it's a
it's
need.
not a need for the Eagles. I think you don't need to win the division to make it to the playoffs. I think it's a
You're
need for
right.
them to be in the playoffs. They
You're
don't
right.
need to win the division up. You feel me? That's the only reason why I say it's not a need. They've
But and
already
it's also
proven to
making
be
a
a top
statement.
team.
But it's also making a statement that even without AJ Brown and the pieces that we lost, we still that team. We still run
I
that
mean, but
team.
you can make a statement. You can make a statement by not winning the division and making it to the Super Bowl. So
I
either way,
mean, yeah,
you don't make a statement by winning the division. You make a statement by going to the bowl. That's just the truth. Winning the division because winning the division can be anything. It was a one point in time where the NFC East they used to call it the NFC least because they was all horrible. You feel me? So winning the division is not always it's a priority, but it's not the main thing. The main
goal.
thing is
Yeah, I
getting to the
know.
Super Bowl. You feel me? So that's the only reason why I say it's not a it's not a need for them to win a division. Same reason why I took the Cowboys out automatically because it's not a need for them to win because they always went do good in the regular season. So it's not a need. I feel like I'm cool with the Giants because the only thing I would say about the Giants though is I feel like the Giants is they're a new team. Like, and when I say new team, I mean like all the players that which we talk about Jackson Dart and Cam Scatterbull. Um, but we still haven't seen Jackson Dart with his number one option in Malik Neighbors, and we still probably won't the first couple of weeks maybe because he just had that other surgery. So between that, um, they're playing with a new head coach, new system. We got that. So that's the only reason why
So
I
basically,
didn't
they're
say the
like in a
Giants.
period.
Yeah, and do we really expect that the Giants is going to take that jump right away over everybody in the NFC East? That's in my opinion. I don't see that. I can see them being competitive for sure, but I can't see them making that jump to being the top team. And if they're not the top team in the NFC East, it's not like nobody's gonna hold that against them. You feel me?
Uh,
So I don't think it's a need, but I do think it's a need against Jaden. Jaden Daniels
Damn.
because, like I said, he's been to the NFC Championship in his first
He,
year,
he never he
and
never won the division, right?
nah,
Okay. Now I see why. Okay, all right. Now I see
that's
why.
what he is.
All
So it's like, yeah,
right.
he didn't win the division, so that's the one thing he doesn't have under his belt. He's made it to the championship, but he hasn't won the division. So that's
So
why
that
I feel
make
like
I get it now.
he has to win the division. He has to have that underneath his belt. But yeah, if I had to choose, I would choose between the Giants and Washington. I think Eagles and Cowboys have kind of solidified themselves as far
Yes,
as
it does.
being the top teams in the NFC East. So it's not a at this point of of the franchises, it's not a need for them no more. I feel like it's more of a like they need to dominate and they need to win, but who needs to win the title more? It's not them no more because they've already solidified as top teams in the MCs.
Now, now since you told me about he never won it and everything like that. Now I get it. I get it. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But I know we got a couple more topics, but we're gonna say that for Monday. We
Ah, yeah.
we're gonna say that for Monday, brother. We're gonna talk about just to give we're gonna give you a little spoiler alert, a little bit, a little spoiler alert. Monday we're gonna talk a little bit about Michael Parsons and how that that his return might be delayed. We're gonna share your thoughts
Mhm.
and how you feel about that and how that's gonna impact the Green Bay Packers starting into the season. And also, they've been showing that the Patrick Mahomes is on track of coming back and from his tour ACL and is on track to come and join the Chiefs in training camp. And we're gonna see do Mahomes after this devastating injury, can he still be that guy, that level player that we all know that he has been for almost a decade? So and
Mhm.
getting back into that Super Bowl, right? So those are the two topics. It's a little spoiler, y'all. It's a little spoiler.
Mhm.
The two topics we're gonna be talking about on Monday. Um, but that being said, this has been a great show. This way to end the week off right. Um, we thank y'all for everybody that tuned in and comment and everything. And like I said, we always take care of. We always love when you come and join the conversation because that's what it's all about. It's all about engagement. And so
Mhm.
we appreciate y'all your time and then for you to stop out of your day to come hang out with us. And make sure you comment, like, and subscribe, and make sure you share it to somebody as well. And we're gonna look forward to these playoff games and stuff like that. This weekend and everything like that. And that being said, we appreciate y'all. We're gonna see y'all Monday, bright and early Monday, same place, same time.
Mhm.
We're gonna be on time this time, y'all. Trust me. Yeah, we're gonna be on
Mhm.
time. Yeah, y'all have a great, phenomenal weekend. As far as I know, I think it's real nice and sunny out there. So enjoy the weather, enjoy the weekend. Um, and we're gonna see y'all Monday. That being
Yes,
said, it's
sir.
your boy Manny,
And it's your boy Sean.
and this is the Word Sports Podcast. Y'all guys take care, be safe, enjoy your
Yes,
weekend.
sir.
We'll see y'all Monday. Take care, y'all.
All right, y'all.